Today, we'll make the 5-finger prayer puppets. This time, this is a printout. But before we start, let's read today's memory verse. Let's go to Psalm 17, verse 6. I call on you, my God, for you will answer me. Turn your ear to me and hear my prayer. This here are free digital download of the 5-finger prayer from us. One is a colored version and the other one is not. All you need to do is download it and print it out. Download link is on the description below. If you don't have a printer, that's okay. You can pause this video and just copy the drawing on your bond paper. Don't forget to draw the bands. Other materials we need: colored markers, color pencils, or some crayons, whichever you prefer. Then scissors, glue, or some scotch tape. Now let's take out our crayons, or color pencils, or our markers, and we will color them one by one. You can just use the colored version if you want, or we can use it as a guide as we color. The 5-finger prayer. What is it really? It represents a group in which we should pray for. First, let's color the thumb. It represents the people closest to you, yourself, family members, friends, relatives, and loved ones near and far. The next is the index or the pointer finger. They are our frontliners, which includes doctors, nurses, and other medical staff. The index finger also represents the teachers and the preachers, those who point the way. Up next is the tallest finger, which represents authority. The people in the national and local government. Yes, Jesus asked us to pray for them, which we can find in 1 Timothy 2, verse 2, as well as our company boss, officers, and leaders of our church. Did you know that the ring finger is the weakest finger? This is because it reminds us to pray for those who are weak, the poor, in trouble, the sick, especially those afflicted by the virus. Let's include everyone suffering financially, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally as well. Lastly, let's not forget the pinky finger. This reminds us of our smallness compared to God's greatness. What better to remind us to pray for the little ones, the children, than the smallest finger. Now it's time to cut. Be careful not to hurt yourself. You can ask an adult or someone older to cut it for you if you are too young. Let's try to cut as close as possible to the line. But it's okay if you just want to put a white space like this. Just make sure that you cut the band close to the line. In my case, I like to cut it close to the black outline. Put the extra paper aside. We might use it later. Prepare your scotch tape or your glue. Put the cutout to your finger to measure the size of your fingers. We'll adjust it one by one. If it's too big, it's okay to cut a little from the band to make it fit. Be careful not to cut it too short or we'll not be able to connect it. If it's a little short, it's okay. Remember the pieces of paper we set aside? We can cut a bit from there, like this, and connect the two ends of the band, like here in the thumb. It's a bit short for mine. Let's note where we need to connect them. And we can use glue to stick them together, or we can also use tape. If we use glue, we have to wait a while for it to dry. I'm gonna use tape here and stick the ends together. And now, it fits perfectly. Now we're done. We hope that with this, you'll be reminded to pray for this group of people every time you pray. The thumb, you're the people closest to you. Index, the people who points the way. Tallest, the authorities. Ring, the weakest and the poor. Pinky, the kids, everyone else, and you. We leave you with prayers and creativity. God bless you and see you again next time.